For me, honestly, it's like how such like close knit it is in the whole community, because it's just like it's not very big. Honestly, it's not very big. I will see people who are from the quote unquote higher ups at One World coming in to eat some food, and we know them all by name. They know us by name. And it's wonderful.
Welcome to season 9 of the No Dishes podcast, presented by our friends at Game Day Men's Health. They have a wide variety of services. You can find out more at GameDayMen'sHealth.com. I've been seeing them for 5 months, have lost over 50 pounds, but they do so much more than just weight loss. We're so appreciative to them of showing their support for the local restaurant community and highlighting the people that make it go. DJ, spin that track.
Hey, say, honey, let's go out to eat. Relieve our culinary duties. With all these restaurants to sweep us off our feet, they're bound to turn us into foodies. No dishes, no dishes, no dishes. We'll have a bottle of wine for lights and have a good time. No dishes, no dishes.
All right, we've done Jeff Meese. Everyone knows Jeff. We've got Kyle Danke. We've had Pam Thrash. We've covered a lot of One World, but we've never done just like a Hive episode. And I love Hive. I know so many people in the community do. So very fortunate today to have General Manager Eric Iversen and Assistant General Manager Lizzie Russell with us. How are you both doing today?
Doing great.
Yeah,
Doing great.
good.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, thanks for making the time. I know you guys are busy. The restaurant world is always tough to get away from, but I want to talk about a little bit about this little East Side gym that we call Hive, what you guys offer, all about that. But I really want to know both your backgrounds. So it's my first time meeting both of you, which is always fun for me when we do podcasts. It's people I haven't met. And, you know, I know about obviously the operations of One World, but I really want to hone in on Hive and what you guys are doing. But Eric, if you don't mind, I want to start with you and just kind of your background and what led you to where you are today being the general manager at Hive.
Gotcha. Sophomore at Purdue. Going to be an engineering major.
Okay.
Found out I was going to be a dad, you know?
Oh, wow. Okay,
So,
yeah.
I immediately decided if I was going to be a dad, I was going to be a dad. So I quit going to school. First place I applied was Olive Garden, Greenwood, you know?
Oh, I'm already connecting the dots.
Right. So, that was my introduction to the restaurant business. I worked there for almost 5 years, and that worked great for me because I was young, she was young kid. I had a 50-50 joint custody. So basically I would work 3 doubles the morning shift, and then I'd go get little dude and we'd hang out for 3.5 days, and then I'd do it all over again. So that's what got me into the restaurant business, was the flexibility schedule-wise. You know, it wasn't a 9-to-5, babysitters and such. And then turns out the money's pretty good if you work hard.
Yeah.
Right. So that was my introduction to the restaurant business. I had a friend there who got a job working at the Eagle's Nest, downtown Hyatt.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Rotating restaurant. Yeah. All that.
So I moved there. I served there for about 2 years. It was one of those things where they keep hiring people straight out of school. You know, they're in the restaurant, hotel, and tourism program.
Have no real world experience.
No idea what they're doing. No disrespect to anybody, just no experience. One day I said to my boss, "Man, I can do this," and he's like, "Okay." So he immediately moved me to the breakfast restaurant. So I went from closing Eagle's Nest at 11 p.m. to having to be at work at 6 a.m. the next day. So and this is at the Hyatt again. So I worked in the breakfast restaurant for about 6 months. The manager there was on maternity leave. And then they moved me back to the Eagle's Nest as the manager of the Eagle's Nest. And I eventually became the PM food and beverage manager. So I was in charge of the outlets, if you will, room service, the bar, the Eagle's Nest. And then we had another casual dining restaurant in the lobby.
Nice.
And so that kind of really catapulted my career in management, if you will. That was a cool job. I was like 26, maybe 27, like manager on duty after 7 p.m. for rooms and food. You know, and I had no idea what I was doing, but I was trying
But
hard
you
every
figured
day.
it out.
Yeah, it was great. And obviously downtown Indy, there's always something going on. So, you know, it was a fun job. Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
That was cool. Where did I go from there? From there, the union started moving into downtown Indianapolis. So you ask somebody to plug something in, it's like, that's not my job. I'm the server. I can't plug that in. You need to call engineering. You know?
Yeah.
And that got real old in a hurry. So I took an opportunity working at Panda Express, of all places.
Okay.
Interesting company. As the GM there, you get 10% of profit, period.
Wow.
Right. So that's kind of a control your own destiny scenario.
Super cool, though.
I learned a lot because you were pretty much everything. There was no HR. You were the general manager, the facilities manager, the hiring manager, the firing manager, you know, the kitchen manager, a little bit of everything. Small unit, but a lot of responsibility. So yeah, I would work like crazy for a month. You know, I'd cook and work drive-through at the same time, have my numbers be good and make a fat bonus.
Yeah.
And then the next month I'd schedule like I should and take it easy, and then I'd do it again, you know. So I was there for a while. I opened some stores in Louisville for them, Clarksville and then Louisville. And the deal I had with them going down there was open these 2 stores for us. We'll get you back to Indy. I was commuting at the time, and my son was, 6 or 7 at the time. And they kind of didn't honor their agreement. They're like, no, you need to hire and train your replacements before you get back to Indy. And that didn't work for me. So I left Panda, came back up to Indianapolis, started serving at the JW for a couple of years, JW Marriott. We call it the JW.
Yeah. Like, it's the shorthand. It's cool. Yeah.
Cool job, you know, working 30 hours a week, making great money.
Oh, fantastic.
But I don't know. It's and I'm sure you know in this business, like it's cool to be the manager, and then it's like it's cool to be the bartender or server and make not the easy money, but make your money, not have to and leave it at work, if you will.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, you're not getting the calls outside of work. You just show up, you do your thing. Yeah.
Right. Worked there, I worked at JW for a little bit, and then I had the opportunity to take over Mimi Blue. I don't know if you're familiar with Mimi Blue on
my
Mass Ave.
little sister worked at the one at the Fashion Mall.
Oh, really?
That's
cool. Yeah, I was the general manager of the Mass Ave location for, I think it was 8.5 or 9 years. But that was neat because I started there, and then I helped open the Carmel location, and then the Fashion Mall, and then we went from 1 unit to 3 units, and then COVID hit. We went from 3 to 2 to none, if you will. Right. And then my wife and I, our son is 3 now. So in the last couple of years, I got married, had a baby, left Indianapolis, moved to Bloomington, started working at One World, started working at Hive. So been an interesting few years, but real good separation with Mimi's. They actually said, hey, you've been commuting for 1.5 years, back and forth, love you to death, wants what's best for you. Gave me 3 months severance out of the blue.
Incredible.
I felt like I got fired. I was like, did I just get fired?
Yeah.
And then they shut down my location like 2 months later. So I was
like,
like, okay,
all right,
this is fine. Right?
I'm trying to save
But if you're listening, co-scenes, that was a gift I appreciate, you know, because they got me, that let me settle into Bloomington.
Yeah, so you were commuting. So you moved to Bloomington before working for Hive.
For about 1.5 years, I was commuting from Bloomington to
you
downtown.
moved down here about 3 years ago?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. A little over 3 years ago.
So what was the initial reason for coming down here with your wife?
My wife works for IU.
Okay, there it is.
Yeah, and her parents, her mom had retired at that point. They're both retired now.
Yeah.
And so they're primary babysitter, if you will. So it made the most sense for us. And I was like, we should live in Bloomington, and I'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah, having a young kid, you got to have the family around.
Yeah,
that helps.
Right. So now I have a 23-year-old and a 3-year-old.
Oh, nice.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, well, that's cool
great.
though. Yeah, you kind of you're like, okay, I learned a lot the first time around. Now you're like, I'm a pretty good dad.
Yeah.
I got this figured out.
I like to think so.
Yeah, well, and it sounds like the arrangement you had initially of just working the 3 doubles and having 3, that's a pretty cool arrangement. You know, I've heard of a lot of different ones, I think.
It was great.
Aren't great, but that sounds like it would be pretty good.
It was awesome. Yeah, because that was the normal from, when he was 6 weeks old, if you will, my oldest son. So it was cool.
Yeah, and I remember, Kyle Danke, the Chief Operations Officer for One World, who's been on, I mentioned at the top of the show. I'm assuming that's how you guys met. Was that Greenwood Olive Garden?
That's a good story. Is Kyle was an MIT or a manager in training at the Greenwood Olive Garden when I was 3 years probably into serving there. Kyle, I never took advantage of you. But
let me just say that.
Right. That's how I met Kyle. And I didn't think anything of it. He was there training for whatever it was, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it might be. And then full circle, I have a real good friend of mine, Lisanne, who is friends with Kyle as well. So she kind of put me in touch with Kyle. And then
more recently, okay.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I ended up at One World.
Yeah.
I had a couple conversations with Kyle, and then he asked me if I was interested. So
super cool. Yeah, as soon as you mentioned the Greenwood Olive Garden, I was like, that's got to be how they met.
Yeah.
Well, I think he had, if I recall correctly, he said that was the second largest one behind the one in Orlando or something.
It was,
or Times Square.
Right.
Yeah. Just as far as square footage and seats.
Right. Well, I know it was number 4 in sales in the whole company when I was there.
Incredible.
Right. Which is why it was so hard to leave, because my buddies would be like, "You the owner now?" I'm like, "You don't understand how much money I make, fellas." Here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, man. That's a great learning experience, being in all those different operations. Honestly, I wish we had a Panda Express here.
I miss Panda Express.
I'm just like, you've got the Stir 88 or whatever in the mall, and we obviously have amazing Asian food of all different types that I'm very grateful for. But every now and then, I just want to feel like a piece of shit. And just when Panda Express is so good. Cool. It scratches that itch. Yeah. You know?
I was a Panda regular when I was still living in Lafayette, my hometown.
Okay, yeah.
Regular. And I miss it so bad, honestly.
We were driving, my buddy and I were going over to Columbus for something I think last week. And just I'm like, man, they got a Panda Express. And have you ever been to a Jaggers? I had never been to a Jaggers. Like, buddy, we're going to Jaggers. You got to try. They did this like Korean hot chicken sandwich that was delicious. The service was good. The vibe was good. Like, I was literally sitting there waiting before the food had even gotten there, being like, what's the franchise fee? For, you know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. Because it was very impressive. The person that took our order, you know, when you have a fast food worker that's just like engaging and bubbly, like, oh my God, what are they doing here?
What's the secret
You
sauce?
know, yes,
Yeah.
What's the secret sauce? But yeah, Jaggers was really good. And then I almost talked him into stopping at Panda Express on the way back out. He's like, no, dude.
I got to give a shout out to Egg Roll #1 in Indy. Emerson on the southeast side.
Emerson, yeah. I went to a couple shows back in the day at the Emerson Theater.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed those. I lived in Broad Ripple for a year before I moved down here and grew up in the Indy area. So.
I know. Me too.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was going to ask, that was my one other follow-up, is where you were from.
Both of my folks work for the military. They're both civilians.
Okay.
So like I was born in Italy. We moved to Germany for a while. Then we moved to upstate New York until I was after 7th grade. And then I moved to Greenwood in 8th grade. So I've been here since, in Indy anyway.
Okay. So you Center Grove for high school?
Greenwood, actually.
Greenwood.
Yeah,
okay.
I was a Woodman. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Cool. Well, I appreciate you sharing your whole. So you never worked in a restaurant all through high school or anything? Because you said that was your introduction.
No, I worked at a Dick's Sporting Goods. You know, I was the sunglass counter guy.
There you go.
I worked for a bricklayer during the summers.
Nice. Got that good manual labor in.
Yeah.
Probably had a nice tan.
I did something else. Pool City. Did a little pool installation. Those are my high school jobs.
Okay. Yeah, I have to get a new liner soon, and I don't have the money, so we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping this old one from the 90s or whatever it is holds up. Well, Lizzie, thanks for kind of being patient for us there and getting Eric's backstory. But yeah, I know you already kind of let out with, you know, growing up in Lafayette, and we were up there recently and ate at the Acropolis.
I believe it. I've never been.
Okay, it's like a Greek restaurant. It was like a Greek diner almost. I really enjoyed it. Yeah,
there's some Greek places in Lafayette. It's like kind of a thing.
Yeah,
it's
it was
kind of
awesome.
a thing, yeah.
Well, so my parents met in Lafayette, and my 2 oldest siblings were born there. And so we've had like family ties there. And I remember going there when I was younger. And so when we were up there, I was like, I got to find this place. And it was still open. But enough about me. People get to hear me talk all the time on here. I want to hear about your background.
Okay. Well, grew up in Lafayette, as I said, up by Purdue. I honestly was so lucky to not need to get a job in high school. My first job was the summer after my senior year, like right after I graduated, wanted to save some money for college. And it was shelving books at a library for $8 an hour. Like, it was the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. But after that, it was kind of summer job. And the closest thing to restaurant experience I had before Hive was working in IU dining.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say summer job, were you doing undergrad?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I went back to my hometown after my freshman year because I didn't have a place to stay. I lived in the dorms my first year. And I started working at a movie theater, which was so wonderful. Got paid nothing at all. But we were busy, go. Like, I was lifting heavy things all the time. I was running around all the time, did every job in the whole place. They wanted to refer me to a job at another movie theater in town here. And I said, no, I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm good. So was undergrad at IU?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Cool.
Yeah. And then I got an apartment here in Bloomington for my sophomore through senior year at IU and Googled places near me to work, like literally. And it was really close to Hive. It was walking distance. I didn't have a car. And I went, that works for me. I had a phone interview, got in over the phone, over like a 10-minute phone call.
I love it. Yeah.
It was wonderful. And I had a job secured for when I got here, which was awesome. And I worked pretty much 2 days a week my first semester in college. And I stayed in town over my breaks. So like a lot of students will end up going back to their hometowns over the breaks, see their family. My mom ended up moving here, which was awesome. Wow. So I got to see her for Christmas and all that. So I stayed here for breaks pretty much. I was able to work a whole bunch over those breaks and really started to grow to love the restaurant that I was working in. Worked really, really hard, made friends with a lot of people. And I kept working like a lot while I was in school. So I was a full-time student and I started working 4 or 5 days a week while I was in school, which was such a joy.
You're like, I look back very fondly. on
Yeah,
that
of
time.
course. It's nice not having the school part anymore, I will say.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, that kind of continued. I got promoted to be a shift lead within the first 6 months of me working there, which was awesome. And then our GM left. This guy started working here. This guy, Mr. Iversen. And I had gotten promoted to be a manager right before he started. And then I kept working as hard as I did, kept working. And then this dude promoted me again, which was very wonderful. But yeah, and I've been at Hive for 3 years now. So it's sophomore through senior year and then keeping it up.
So did you graduate in the spring?
Yes, I did.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, it's
All
last
right.
May. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then what'd you end up getting a degree in?
Biology, bachelor's science.
Nice. Yeah. Well, I love the stories of just started out, and especially with no prior restaurant experience, which is really speaks, I think, to your work
the
ethic.
earbud story.
The earbud story.
Oh, please do. I want to. Now you can't go back.
You want me to? I could do it.
Go ahead.
I could do it. So he started working with me, and we started working together. How about that?
Yeah.
I'll use the we.
There we go.
And it was first week. It was our first Sunday shift of the week, which is like our big brunch shift of the week every time.
This is move-in weekend as well.
Yeah, it is move-in weekend. Yeah, it is. I forgot it was welcome week. Yeah.
Or whatever you call it. Right?
Yeah, whichever one. They might be different. I don't know. But so busy day, very hectic, lots of frustration in the kitchen due to new management and also just everybody being generally stressed out. And I, for some reason, couldn't tell you why, maybe it was out of rebellion, couldn't tell you at all, had an earbud in my ear. And I personally felt like I could communicate quite well. However, he disagreed with me in the moment and he took my AirPod out of my ear, tossed it. I'll say tossed it.
apologize.
He didn't chuck it across the kitchen or anything, but he tossed it onto the expo table. I couldn't find it for a while, and that made me quite upset. I won't even pretend.
Yeah.
I won't even pretend. Yeah, it became a thing we still talk about to this day. Yeah.
Still mad at me.
Yeah.
I've grown out of it, I think, maybe.
You're like, okay, I know, emotions were running high. And we were getting our ass kicked. There's a line to the door. I maybe should have just said take it out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, just spitballing.
I had 4 times.
I believe it. I do believe it, and I say that I thought I could communicate quite well.
Did you hear those 4 times?
I personally did not, but I trust him. I trust him now.
Well, this is good. No, I don't want to restart. It's an old thing. We're like,
start
no,
fighting
we
when we
never
get
said it.
Yeah, we joke about it now because it's
We
like
do.
where our relationship has gone.
Well, that's great. I love that.
I like to think we're friends. I mean, we're coworkers. But
I'll take
I like
that.
All right,
Yeah.
there we go.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
buddies.
from as soon as
buddy
you
old
walked in,
pals.
you guys had a very friendly vibe, so that's good. And it makes work so much easier. I was talking to one of our old shift managers last night, catching up with her. She got a job at the social cantina in Carmel, and just talking about what she's been, and she got moved up very quickly, even though it had never worked full service restaurant, just like Chocolate Mousse, into like a bar manager role. But just talking about how well her and her current general manager get along and things they do. And it just like, I don't know, it makes me so happy to just have people that used to work for you. And I'm sure you've experienced this many times. And then you see them go elsewhere and still thrive. And just especially when they like get along with their management, because that can make or break, your entire work experience for a company. It could be a good company with a bad manager, be a good manager that keeps you in a bad company for longer than normal. So I love to see the camaraderie.
All right.
I'd say so. I'd say so. Just a
So
little.
how'd the rest of that shift play out? Or you just like this guy?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Are you wanting to move better, feel better, and live better? Look no further than Move Bloomington, where their small group personal training programs are designed to improve strength, balance, and flexibility. With a welcoming environment, their expertly guided workouts can help you feel supported in the life and activities you love in and out of the gym. Whether you're new to exercise, a lifelong athlete, or anywhere in between, their dedication to personalized programming will deliver sessions that meet you where you are. Visit movebloomington.com to learn more and get started today. Your family will have a blast at Constellation Stage and Screen's upcoming musical, You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, on stage November 1st through the 16th at the Waldron Auditorium. Join Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the whole Peanuts gang. This timeless classic brings the beloved comic strip to life with laugh-out-loud moments, memorable songs, and a big dose of charm. It's truly fun for all ages. See You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, on stage November 1st through the 16th in downtown Bloomington. Find tickets at cconstellation.org. I've been using WaterTech pools for all of my pool and hot tub needs for 2 seasons now, and cannot recommend them highly enough. Jason, Brian, and their entire team are incredibly knowledgeable and can help you with your next pool installation, closing or opening, or just helping you maintain your chemicals and cleanliness throughout the year. They even do custom stainless steel pools. Learn more at Jays, that's Jays, watertechpools.com.
I
think mine.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I don't know. Tensions were high. I won't even pretend. Tensions were high until the moment everybody left, even.
Right.
Yeah.
Once the doors closed.
Right. Yeah. It took a while. Maybe days, if I'm being honest.
Well, of course, I think that's reasonable. And now on Sundays, are you open through dinner? Or
10 to 3. Just 10 to 3.
So yeah, you got through. All right. Short little.
Yeah,
it's
a short day.
Cleared out. We made it. We're all still alive. No one or maybe only 2 people cursed us out today.
Yeah.
You know? Man, just thinking about the Hive brunch, the pancakes, buddy, they just, I've talked about them on the radio show I do. I've talked about them on here. I think I wrote a food review about them. They're very good tasting pancakes. But what really sets them is they're the best smelling pancakes. Gotcha. I don't know if they're still, I haven't had them in a little bit, so I hope they're still the same.
They're the same.
But man, I ordered, because I was going out to our Brown County store, stopped by there, picked up an order, and as soon as I got in my car and just got a whiff, I'm like, sweet mother of God. It was just like so malty and just like, anyway, it's a core memory of mine where I just think back to like, as soon as that scent hit my nose, I'm like, sweet, like so good. So now, I always just think about your guys' pancakes, but I need to get back over there. But you guys are so busy now, which is great. But I was one of the early supporters. I'm just going to throw that out there.
We appreciate you.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm a hipster when it comes to the food scene. I knew about them when they were just playing in the garage. What are some of your guys? Well, I guess let's do a quick broad overview of what Hive is, what you guys offer.
Pretty broad menu, really. I would say, it's kind of morphed, or it's turned in. We're known for our smash burgers now more than anything, I would say.
And that was an addition, only because you guys did the partnership with Beast Burger, with Mr. Beast and all that. And that was, I feel like maybe 2021, 22.
Sounds about right.
But I know you weren't there yet. But like and then I remember it looked like you guys were like, screw this, we're just going to do a better version ourselves. And I think it worked out. Because you guys crushed
It's been going well. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to add a second flat top because we couldn't keep up with it.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Right. So we're doing the dance a lot on both of them.
There's a lot of hopping around.
A lot of burgers, a lot of roast chicken, a lot of comfort food, collard greens, stuffing, honey pie.
Dude, the year-round stuffing is such a move. I love it. Every time I forget, I go in there, I'm like, oh shit, I can get stuffing as a side like in February or whatever, you know?
Right.
The chicken's amazing. It's still Miller Farms. That's awesome. Ooh, I haven't done, that pot pie looks fantastic. I haven't had a good comfort pot pie in a while. So what are your guys' favorite? Like, what do you find yourself munching on the most?
Oh my goodness. I am a Frisco Melt girl forever. Forever. There's something about the Thousand Island for me.
Yeah. I get it.
And I'm annoying and I'll have the cooks put like lettuce and avocado on it too. Trying to be
perks of being an AGM.
Literally. Yeah.
Do you know who I am? Go ahead. I know that's not how you manage.
They know my order. Yeah. I can't hide it either.
Or you'll just make it.
No, that's true. I can also just hop on. But yeah.
Did you work back of house?
I did not originally. No, I was a cashier up front.
Yeah.
So it took a while for me to get back there at all. It was mostly once I did start managing.
Yes.
But I was like, I feel like we could use some more help in different places, honestly. And just kind of learned it over time and got super used to it. So yeah, I am not all the way hotline trained, but pretty.
She's better than I am.
Pretty well versed.
I'll take that. I can take that.
I'm always just a big believer that anybody in a restaurant should be able to do everything in the restaurant.
I agree.
Of course, yeah.
You get a lot of street cred with the crew, if you will, if you're doing dishes and putting trucks away and
100%
holding down the fryer for an hour or two.
Right,
so.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the staff we have at the Chocolate Moose is tired of me being like, I used to do this all the time, you know. They're like, well, we haven't seen it lately. It's like, I promise I did. Well, no, that's awesome that you guys are, you know, just well versed and can help in where it's needed. And I mean, that's a true manager, where it's just like wherever the fire is, you can go put it out. But yeah, I've got the experience making the ice cream, but back in my full service days, like I was a bar manager. I could never go back there and make a burger or do anything on the fry line, and but it is fun. Ice cream's easier. You're not, you're just blending, scooping.
Still got to get in there though.
So Eric, what about you? What's your go-to little shift meal?
Go-to? I keep it real simple. I do a smash burger with Swiss cheese and extra pickles, and that's it. That's my go-to. I don't really deviate too much.
What about a side or anything, or just?
I love the Brussels sprouts, and I like the collard greens a lot.
Brussels sprouts are very good.
Sprouts are good, and our prep cook Kay makes fantastic collard greens. So I stay in that lane. I'm more of a coffee guy at work. I don't like to eat at work. I get sleepy.
Well, perfect. Well, perfect segue, because I was just about to bring it up. Let's talk coffee offering. So Garrett's pulled up the menu. You guys do the chicken velvet, which that is like an OG favorite from the old yogis back in the day. They would always do a chicken velvet. Your black bean, the Lenny's chili. Everyone knows the voodoo chili. It's so delicious. And then.
The black bean's a sleeper item. That's
Right.
my wife's
It really
go-to.
is. It really
That's
is.
the most requested item by my wife.
Do you guys still sell like a good amount of the bulk of it? Because like, don't you guys do like?
We do a winter soup sale where it gets
Yeah, okay,
wild.
that's what I'm
Those
thinking.
seasons.
Quarts and quarts and
okay.
quarts of soup, right? And that starts middle of December.
Okay, so put it on your calendar.
Yeah,
We're
it's coming.
advertising it now.
Absolutely.
We've got a butternut squash soup we're selling seasonally right now. That's
Okay,
pretty
nice.
solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New menu item
Try it
dropped.
out.
Yeah, Garrett, do you mind scrolling down? I want to see all these sides and premium sides here. I love the photography on all this is great. I don't know who all you guys had do it, but I think it all looks very appealing and appetizing. And the presentation at Hive has always been really good. Because I always take a picture of my food. I'm
Are you one of
people.
those?
Well, that's
Yeah.
how this
I
whole
love it.
podcast started.
No kidding.
I was, other than the fact that I just worked in a restaurant, wanted to talk to restaurant people. But during the pandemic, I was taking pictures of food and writing reviews about it because everyone was just trying to support local restaurants, you know. And then that led to people being like, you should do a podcast. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like it could be fun. But I just always appreciate it anytime I've done Hive. It's very easy to just snap the picture. I don't have to rearrange too much or, you know, it just like already is very appealing to the eyes. So tell me a little bit about the Brussels sprout preparation. I'm trying to remember exactly how you guys serve those.
We keep it real simple. We just clean them, cut them, flash fry them. They
Okay.
are in the deep fryer, you know.
There we go. That's what
45
I was trying to
seconds
remember.
in the deep fryer. And then
That's how you make 'em
little
good.
salt, little pepper. Coarse
Yeah.
salt, coarse pepper. They come on almost like a kale chip.
Yeah, so you're telling me if you fry stuff, it's good. Who would have thunk it? Yeah,
It's
Mind
good for you.
blown,
That's
mind
healthy.
blown.
yeah. That the turmeric slaw is great as well. Just the regular dressed greens, I found myself ordering because I don't feel like I'm ordering a salad. Even though, even
Make
though
you
it
feel
is,
better.
When you
but
wanna
it
feel
tricks
healthy.
me. I'm like, ooh, I'm getting dressed greens. It's like, ooh, exotic. But if that's a side salad, I'd never order it. That's just me. But I'm health adverse. Well, so I'm saving the best part for last, which is the baked goods. So let's talk coffee next. You guys are your full scale coffee offerings?
Yes.
Yeah, full espresso,
Espresso
bar.
machine, yeah, all that fun stuff. So,
Matchas.
Oh yeah,
Chais.
matcha chai.
Right.
Yeah.
ooh, matcha chai. Because I knew matcha, I knew chai. I didn't know matcha chai.
Oh, I'm making that up. Just matcha and chai.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's a comma in between.
I was like,
Comma, not a
please,
hyphen. Yeah.
Please do tell, yeah.
Hey, you can maybe combine them.
We
Why
do
not?
use all Brown County coffee, espresso bean,
Yeah,
coffee across
sweet.
the board.
That's what
Awesome.
we do.
Great
Yeah,
guy.
we use Brown County coffee at because we do full scale coffee at the Chocolate Moose in Nashville. We tried it in Bloomington, didn't take off, but we have our Brown County coffee ice cream that uses their, and that's my favorite.
Ooh, interesting. I didn't know you had that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
dude,
coffee
it's-
ice
I'm
cream. That's
telling you.
awesome.
I'll try
So
that.
the move, scoop of the coffee ice cream, scoop of the cheesecake ice cream, Oreos on top.
Oh my gosh.
Tell them Jordan
I'm
sent
going
you.
to chocolate mousse later. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
I need to start bringing free coupon cards for guests.
Yeah, you do.
I did at one point. I might have some in my car. Let's see.
Hey, there we
Yeah.
go. I'll take that.
Yeah. So you were saying, Eric, that you're more of a coffee guy. Are
Right.
you just doing Americano to keep the wheels in motion?
I'm
or-
mostly double espressos through the day.
Right,
Every
yeah,
now and
yeah.
again, they'll surprise me with a mocha because I like my mocha.
Okay, there you
Right.
go.
Right.
Yeah, I'm a huge caramel and maple guy when it comes to
Yeah.
like latte flavoring. And yeah, if you guys don't have maple, you should add it. I always love getting maple at hopscotch.
We did like a maple syrup latte for fall. I want to say maybe it was last year. I could be wrong
Okay.
about that.
It was 2 years ago.
Was it 2
I
years
don't
ago? It
know.
might have been. I was gonna say time flies, but that was a good one. That was a really good one.
I just love maple everything. Have you guys been to Crescent Donuts?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know. In my eye, you guys are kind of newer to town relatively. Like, duh. But they used to have like what I would consider a maple donut. And every time I'd be like, can I get the maple? They're like, well, it's caramel. I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I want the light brown icing one.
Right.
You know? And then they got new owners. I go in there. I was like, can I get the caramel one? And they're like, oh, it's maple. I'm like, thank God.
Okay, there
like,
you go.
Finally speaking my language.
Yes, I know. And it's like the caramel ones are still good, but
Right.
they're not as good as the maple. But right as I got in the habit of actually calling it what it was, they switched it. Son of a, I'm happy, but I'm also mad. Speaking of delicious baked goods, people that have listened to the radio show or listened to this podcast, I've always said that that's my vice. I love ice cream, but baked goods. And boy, do you guys do them well. That Hive pie, I'm not a big pie guy either. That surprises people. I'm a big bake pie, I think, is on the lower tier. But hear me out before I'm not just dragging what you guys do.
What are you trying to say?
But Hive pie is the best. It's my favorite pie, period.
It's
It's
wonderful.
so good.
Yeah.
So what's the exact recipe?
You want it? I got it.
I was just joking. He called my bluff. Yeah, it's like, well, this is going to have the most views of any episode we've ever done. We'll just tease that we released the High Pie episode and everyone's going to watch it.
Right. I mean, you got sugar, flour, salt, buttermilk, butter, a little bit of vanilla extract.
No?
So what would
It's
you
a buttermilk sugar cream pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So what
it
is it's not sugar cream pie though, technically, right? Like what would
Right.
what's the difference?
I think it's just got more. I think the buttermilk adds just a little bit more
I think that's really
body
it.
and
Okay.
texture.
Yeah.
And, you know.
So just the fact that it's a
Right.
buttermilk sugar cream pie is the
Yep.
differentiating factor.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've always heard like sugar cream pie is like the pie of Indiana, which
Right.
I've grown up in
Right.
Indiana, never
Never
knew
heard
that.
that.
Didn't
Yeah.
care.
I think the secret is
hadn't
too
heard
is it's
till I
better
worked
the
here.
second day. Like you don't want a fresh
That's
Hive
so
pie.
true.
You want
That's so true.
on Friday you want a Thursday Hive pie.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
good to know. Yeah, all the flavors get to know each other. Everything
Yeah.
kind of so.
Yeah, they're better that way.
I've had so many different things lately that I've been reheating, and I'm like, I swear to God, this is better after a day in the fridge.
Like stew, chili.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like
absolutely.
it's finally aged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, instead of a bourbon barrel, it's my half broken fridge. You know. So yeah, walk us through some of the other stuff too. I just wanted to rant about Hive Pie because I had the opportunity, and that was
Right.
besides meeting both of you, that was the number one thing I was looking forward to on this episode was just getting to talk about my favorite pie.
Yeah. I mean, we have always the Hive pie. The Hive pie will always be there. Right now, we're also doing a chocolate pie. It's like a brownie kind of situation in a pie crust.
Okay, I'm
It's
gonna have to take back what I said about pie.
Wonderful. There you go. Yeah, I was going to say, I think you'd like that one probably. We always have some kind of a seasonal pie. It changes every however many months. I couldn't even tell you.
But it's normally
kind of up
Hive
to the
Pie and
vibes.
one other.
Hive pie, chocolate brownie pie. Right now we're doing
okay.
pumpkin pie.
Yeah, right now it's pumpkin.
Oh, okay.
Pecan pie's coming real soon.
Yeah.
So typically 3 pies on deck.
Typically
Yeah.
3.
Okay.
We did lemon pie over the summer.
did.
There's
Nice.
a gentleman
Yeah.
by the name of Jackson who works for us, who's a phenomenal baker.
Yeah.
And he's making blondies right now too.
Okay.
Which we can't keep in stock. It's kind of
Really?
embarrassing. Yeah.
What
Right.
are the blondies like the blonde blonde brownies?
Yeah, my mom
Yeah,
calls
exactly.
them Congo squares. I don't know.
Congo-
Some people call them
Interesting.
blondies, right?
Okay,
I'll have
yeah,
to-
yeah.
I don't know why she calls them that, to be honest, but right. But
I have not tried your blondie. I'll have
should.
to.
Yeah,
if
you
you're
have
not
to.
able to keep them in stock, then that's a good sign.
Right.
Over here, I'm supposed to be a food guy, and I don't know about your most popular baked item. So yeah, we got, walk me through the rest here. We got blondies, the pies, cookies.
vegan brown sugar cookies are a sleeper on the bottom left there.
Okay.
Those are actually my favorite. Then you got double chocolate and sea salt and
My favorite.
oatmeal cranberry. What's your favorite chocolate?
Chocolate forever. Yeah.
Are you guys still
it's the salt.
doing, or sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the chocolate cookie will always be my favorite one. I think they might be the only one that we've had on the menu since I started there, because the other ones are newer, but that one is always a staple. I'll take them home with me every night. Every night.
Never mind.
Don't tell my boss.
Don't
tell him.
Earmuffs. That reminds me, my oldest sister's first job was Panera in Castleton, and they don't allow it anymore, but like they used to, all the leftover baked goods staff could take home.
Nice.
And so I was so excited for her to get off work.
Yeah, what do
The
you got?
little like pumpkin muffies, and they're like, Panera's garbage now. But that's a whole nother conversation. They used to be so good. And it's like, it's okay. But like relative to what it used to be, like you guys remind me of like an old Panera, like in the best way. So I don't, it's a compliment, I promise.
So thank you.
But no, yeah, just being able to like have all that after, we're like, well, I'm taking this with.
Right. Yeah.
Perks of the job.
Oh yeah.
Season 9 of the No Dishes podcast is presented by our friends at Game Day Men's Health. I've been seeing them for the past 5 months and have lost over 50 pounds using tirzepatide. But they do so much more than just weight loss. Whether you're suffering from fatigue, loss of motivation, poor sleep, or other wellness concerns, Game Day Men's Health can help. Check out GameDayMen'sHealth.com today to schedule your free testosterone test and consultation to get yourself back in the game. Better business, better community. For over a century, the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce has been a cornerstone of business growth and community development. They are dedicated to helping local businesses thrive. Their business is all about your business. Join the chamber today. Call 812-336-6381 or visit chamberbloomington.org to learn more. Was there any, Gary, is there anything else if we scroll down, or is that just it? Oh, there we go. Beautiful. And then let me see those hours real quick, because I wanted to talk about that with the coffee offerings. So you guys are opening at 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, and you've got this breakfast menu, and some of the breakfast menu is all day. Is that right? Or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Breakfast is all day. Sundays are a little different. We do a quiche on Sundays.
Oh, nice.
We do biscuits and gravy on Sundays.
Oh, I know about the B's and G's.
Pancakes.
We do cinnamon rolls on Sundays. What am I missing? I'm missing one thing.
Pancakes.
Oh, duh. Pancakes. We already talked about
That's the
pancakes.
big one. That's
Right.
the big one.
So those we have Saturdays and Sundays. Not through the week, but through the week you can get a sausage mash, you can get eggs your way. We have a lot of breakfast items.
Okay, and then what about the egg and muffin? Is that
All
still
day, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
so good, man? And
all
it's
day.
what, $6 still?
What
Maybe
is
it
this?
might have gone up a little
Might
bit.
have been 8. Might be
Yeah,
8 now.
either way,
Yeah.
either way, I know it's a good deal.
Something like
You still got the little egg sandwich that has a Scholars in Hollow roll.
Right.
And that's
Yeah.
$4, and that's
Really?
a sleeper
That
bite.
is so good.
That's a
That
sleeper.
one's so good.
Nothing. See, I've never
I
ordered
ate a lot
that.
of those too. Yeah.
White cheddar. Wow, $4.25. Well, that's a steal. Because dude, one of my guilty pleasures, I swear there's nothing better than just doing like an egg or two, salt and pepper, and doing toasted white bread with mayonnaise.
With mayo. Yeah.
It just like, to me, that's just like a plain egg sandwich, and there's just something that it just hits.
I can see that. Little tang.
Try it out. You'll
Yeah.
come report back.
there.
I'll give you.
Gotcha.
I'll come in. Tell me about it. I'll give you some ice cream.
Okay.
That works. I love that thing.
I hear so many people talk about the Cuban breakfast bowl. I did it once, like a long time ago. It was excellent. The Avo toast is looking straight out of California. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, we do it up.
That's all day, every day too.
Really? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the egg and muffin. Okay, we're $9.95, but it's good. It's very good. It's worth it.
And that's with tots.
Oh, okay.
get your-
Oh, yeah, it is. It comes with the tots, right. That's true.
You threw out the $6. It makes it look bad. Like, it's come with tots, dude. Like, shit's expensive now.
Right.
Real.
Amen.
And then one of the other things you guys do that I don't know how much it's utilized, but I've utilized it before, is just your carryout, where you place that order. It's very quick and efficient. Where you just go in, you find, my last name starts with a D. It's over here. You grab it and you go. Tell us a little bit about that process and how people can get the most out of that.
I mean, it's really that easy.
It
Yeah,
really
you just
is.
said it,
Yeah.
dude.
I was gonna
That's
say
it,
that's
yeah.
really it. You can go online, you can go on the app, website, DoorDash, Grubhub. I guess those could be pickups, more so deliveries.
Yeah.
But you can call it in. It'll be ready in however long I tell you over the phone. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Might be a little longer on Sunday morning.
Yeah, it depends. It depends. Yeah, usually 10 to 15 minutes, and you literally come in, grab it, and leave.
And we do a
that's
lot
the
of
whole
that. We
thing.
do a lot of waving in the morning.
That's so true, yeah.
Have a good day.
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
yeah.
They're like not looking at you because they purposely did it because they didn't want human interaction. They're like,
great.
I really wish
No,
they
it
quit
is,
waving
yeah.
at me.
It is pretty 50-50. Yeah. You have some regulars you don't want to make eye contact with them because they don't want it. And they've like expressed that to you, Yeah. It's a good thing. You get to know people a lot through that
and
process.
It's like you don't look at their order, so you can just have like mysterious names for them.
Right. No,
Yeah.
literally.
It's like it's more fun in the restaurant industry to make like fake backstories for people.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you-
yeah.
I'm sure you guys have
Oh,
done
of
that.
course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then just like the lore grows over time. And it's like, oh no, did that old guy bring in a girl with him yesterday? Like,
Yeah, what's going
let's
on
make
there?
a backstory for her.
Okay.
Right.
Well, anyway, I just think I don't know how many people know about it. I wanted to make sure we got it out there because I've used it a couple times and it's just, again, very quick and efficient. And for me, especially during the workday, it's so nice to just place an order, pop in, grab it. You're not even having to be like, hey, I got this order for so-and-so. It's just in and out.
Right, you're done.
So what is your Monday through Friday breakfast business look like? Is it pretty laid back for people that are like considering coming by? Is it, are you guys getting pop? Obviously not like
It's
the
like
weekends.
clockwork, honestly. It's
Yeah,
like
it
every
really
day
is.
we're like, 8 to 10 consistent, but just kind of casual in and out. And then every day at about 11:45, it just pops off. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go from 4 people to 30 people just like that.
Let's go.
Right. So, you
Just
can get
ripping shots of espresso.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to keep moving.
So I know One World, again, we've talked about the people we've had on. They've been such an important part of the community. They do like open book accounting, which is really cool. What's your experience been working with them, and maybe what's been your favorite part about working under the One World umbrella?
That's a lovely question. You want to start?
I can start.
Cool.
Yeah. I think the greatest thing, or the thing that I like the most now, is now that I've been at Hive a little over 2 years now. It was 2 years in August. Is something that One World does is they offer employee referral bonuses and they offer anniversary bonuses.
Nice.
Right. So with me hitting my 2-year anniversary, a lot of staff was staff that I hired when I started. And so like the P&L doesn't look too great this month because there's like $2,000 in employee referral bonuses and anniversary bonuses going out. And so it's like, this makes me feel good, but dang, that hurt a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And I think I have 4 sets of siblings who work, for me at Hive now.
Oh, really?
And that's cool too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
doing something right. If like your older sister said, hey, this is a good place to work and
absolutely.
refers you.
Love
So-
that when we have had that the moose over the years.
Well, hiring wise, I didn't have to look for anybody this year. I didn't. People, are you hiring? No, we're good, and that's a good place to be.
We've been having a lot of that too,
That's a
where
good
like
place
more
to
than
be.
normal, where I'm just like, sorry, we're not hiring.
Right.
What I'll do is just be like, hey, we're hiring in Brown County,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Brown County is always tough to hire for because it's a tourist town, not a lot of population there.
Right.
So you're always trying to recruit from Columbus and Bloomington. So I'll even see like their address on the application is the apartments above us.
Right.
We're like, hey, I know you probably only applied here because it's right downstairs, but how would you like to drive 30 minutes? Yeah,
That's what happens for us. We refer everybody to catering because catering, always needs help.
Oh, yeah.
blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, well, you might want to check out catering.
Yeah. We still have options, just not here.
Right.
Yeah. Go in there, cut your
Better
teeth.
knock on something.
That's so real.
Well, that's awesome that they have those in place, even if it hurts the P&L. Just like people.
No,
that-
it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It's like cool.
Yeah,
Right.
that's great.
Yeah. For me, honestly, it's like how such like close knit it is in the whole community, because it's just like it's not very big. Honestly, it's not very big, especially up with like the people that at least the two of us communicate to on a regular basis. I will see people who are from the quote unquote higher ups at One World coming in to eat some food, and we know them all by name. They know us by name. And it's wonderful because I don't even have to, like, we have number stands that we give to guests when they come in. I don't have to give Jeff Meese a guest stand,
Yeah.
like I don't have to give Kyle a number stand. I can say, hey, cashier who's worked here for 2 weeks, can you bring this to Kyle, please? And they know exactly who Kyle is
That's
at
great.
that point. And it's wonderful. Everyone's really chatty, nice. Yeah. It's just like a nice, friendly environment, definitely.
I love to hear it. Yeah. What's the future look like? Do you guys have anything that you're allowed to talk about yet, or is it like you're just doing pretty solid with what you're doing? Like just
I don't know what the future holds, to be honest with you. We're doing pretty well. We keep getting busier, which is great. Hive, I don't want to say Hive had a rough start, but Hive opened in 2018.
It was slow.
Then the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
But
right?
even before the
Absolutely.
pandemic, I remember it was slow. I talked to Jeff about it. I don't. Kyle wasn't on board yet, but I just, and I know I keep relating this to things. When we opened our Brown County store in 2016, it was very slow for years, and it just takes a while for people to remember you're there to get into their rotation. So I'm so glad that Jeff.
Good word for it, getting rotation.
Yeah. Because I have places where like I really like, but I don't. They get out of my rotation, and then like to get people back in or in it to begin with is huge. But yeah, no, that's I'm glad that they stuck it out, because I don't think it was. I don't know the numbers, but I can't imagine it was making money the first couple of years.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's funny because now we've been working together a couple of years, and it's always like, well, that was the best day we've ever had. That was the best
Right.
week we've ever had.
Yeah.
That was the best month
It
we've
feels
ever
like
had.
every
Then we keep
so
saying
often.
it,
Yeah, no, that's awesome. From the
Right.
outside looking in, it seems like I'm hearing people more be like, oh, I had lunch at Hive, or we went over to Hive. Like just this past weekend, hit someone up, hey, we're having breakfast at Hive, call you after. Like, and I can you just see that in my everyday life. So to know that it's coming through on the back end numbers is awesome. Because
It's nice, honestly, because like when I first started to work at Hive, people would ask me, where do you work? I say at Hive. I have to describe the location. I have to say what it's by. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. And it stayed that way for a good year and a half after I started working there. And by now I have people like even new employees that we have told me that they tell people where they work and they immediately know where it is. They have friends that go there. They go there themselves every Friday morning, things like that. It's a nice transition. It's awesome.
Because we are kind of tucked away there, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think to go there.
But it's such a cool spot. Again, such an eclectic menu. What do you attribute that to? Obviously, you know, it might have started to gain that steam before you came on board, but it seems like it did while you were on board. Do you think it was the smash burgers, or it just took time for people to know where it was and have those consistent quality experiences?
I don't know.
I know it's hard to put your finger on it sometimes.
There's a lot more exposure. Even like little things like we went to Taste, right? We went to Taste of Bloomington, and we had so many people come to our booth, and it even felt like after that, at least for me, and I could be wrong, but it felt like even after that event, I felt like things had started to skyrocket.
I love it as well,
which was
happy.
Our booth is so busy for Taste, I never left the store. I was just at the store cooking the whole time.
Oh wow, okay. And then were you working the booth?
I worked the booth for a little bit, and then I was gonna say I helped set up the booth and all that. It was my birthday. You're right. I couldn't get out of working on my birthday.
Happy belated.
But also,
of course. It was my fault for scheduling it on your birthday. Next time I'll know better. So next year is August 1st. So
hey, I'll take that.
You'll
I think
have
that
your
works.
birthday to recoup.
There we go. I like that plan. Yeah.
Well, you guys had great looking setups. The Pizza X setup, the Hive setup. You know, Kyle was on the Taste Committee, did a ton of great work, and his subcommittee he was on was restaurants and what can we do to help restaurants participate. And we had a record number of 50 food vendors, which was really cool.
Awesome.
And Kyle and One World were a big part of that, and did so much work that I don't think people understood on the backside of just helping us out of getting us a big container to dump gray water in.
Right.
All the logistics,
right?
Yes, that
That's
you
the
don't
hard
think of
part.
for an event like that unless you're organizing it or you're working it. And One Word was so helpful with that, and Kyle in particular. And then Jeff and I talked about Taste years ago, and he had thought about doing one at Woolery Mill. And I'm like, it's such a cool venue, like that'd be interesting. And I was like, I really think it should be downtown, you know. But Jeff has been such a huge supporter of so much stuff in the community that it's cool. Did you guys get to go to the Luau by chance?
I did not go.
Okay,
I could have gone.
I wanted to go, but I did. They had to make the IU football game primetime, and I had to work it. But I had it on my calendar because I went. It was last year or 2 years ago, and biggest bonfire I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
I lost that one with my wife. She was like, "We have a 3-year-old. You have to work tomorrow."
Oh, come on, baby.
I'm sorry, baby.
Next year. Yeah, come on,
next year.
baby,
Next year.
baby. Yeah. Start sounding like Casey and JoJo. Baby. Anyway, sorry. All right. Lastly, I always just like to talk about other places you guys like to go out to eat. And, you know, places where maybe you go to get a drink after work, or you take the family out, or you go on a date night. You know, what are some of the gyms and places that you guys really enjoy here in town? The No Dishes podcast is brought to you by VisitBloomington.com. VisitBloomington.com is the best resource for restaurant and culinary information, special events, fun activities, places to stay, and more in our area. We share a similar mission here on the No Dishes podcast of highlighting local businesses and the people who make our community unique. We can't thank them enough for hopping on board. Check them out at visitbloomington.com to easily plan your next meal, visit, or night out on the town. The Bloomington Town Planner is a community calendar owned and published by local residents John and Sharon Martin. Mailed out to Bloomington homes in December of each year, it features school schedules and community events. And don't forget the coupons at the bottom of the calendar. They'll save you money and help you decide on the next restaurant or retailer to check out here in the Bloomington area. Town Planner also has an online calendar which can be found at townplanner.com. Make sure to sign up for their weekly e-newsletter so you can stay on top of all the fun events going on around town.
I'm an Upland regular myself.
Oh, okay. Sitting at the bar?
No,
Okay.
I don't drink that very, very often at all, if I'm being honest. I'm a salmon BLT girl, always,
Yes.
and always, and always. And the mac and cheese is insane.
Very good.
It is insane. It's so good.
Are they still doing it? Like, is it like still like the wit mac and cheese?
I think so. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I always forget about the salmon BLT. So before I even moved to Bloomington, Upland was one of the places that I would go when in town. And then when I turned 21, I was constantly going in there before my bartending shift at 4. So I get there at 3, have a beer, have a tenderloin. And we actually, Chocolate Mousse shares some ownership with Upland. So they're kind of like our sister company in a way. And I don't know. I've always known a lot of people that have worked at Upland for one reason or another. And it's always such a cool crew. And I always love the menu that they have. They've got a great spin dip. I you guys done their spin dip?
Not, no.
Okay, yeah. Like, please, come
I'm
on.
on that.
Almost as insulting as the Crest Donut question.
Yeah, rude.
Well, my oldest son worked there for about 3 years or 2.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
that is
cool.
true. I forgot
Nice.
about
So,
that.
yeah, I've been up to them quite a few times.
Um,
Solid.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, how about you, Eric? What's
I'm an Osteria guy most of the time.
Yes.
Yeah, I love
Oh,
Osteria.
God bless Osteria.
Yeah, pepperoni and basil. That's what I do. Just give me the pizza.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And my wife likes the risotto a lot and the polenta. And
Their
she's all over the
polenta.
place. I'm a boring guy. I get the same thing wherever I go. It's like, this is my staple, and that's what I do.
That's how I am too.
worse ways to be boring than going to Osteria. I'll tell you that.
Like, what
man.
are you going to get? You know what I'm going to get.
We've got to do another. Oh, we did do one with because I had Cody Great off their head chef on back when it was audio only. And then Ames and Emma came on, who were like front of house managers. So we did do one more recently because as soon as you said that, I was like, I need to get Cody back on here.
Right on.
No, you should, if you do want to branch out, you should try their chicken marsala. It's excellent. It's so good. I think they're a top 3, if not the top restaurant in town, in my opinion.
They were kind enough to do my wedding reception meal.
Oh, nice.
And we had too many RSVPs. I had a lot of family come that I didn't think was going to come.
Really? Okay.
So we actually ended up doing upstairs at Nick's, and they catered it down the alley and upstairs, and it was phenomenal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's
great job.
awesome.
Yeah. Big thanks to Ian for that.
Yeah. Ian's great too, man. Well, cool. You got family pizza night favorites? Obviously, well, Pizza X. Duh, you're going to say Pizza X.
My time.
That's so real.
As soon as I said it, I was like, they're not allowed to say anything. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you are.
I love Mai Tai on the west side. That's a go-to
Oh,
for me.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love Mai Tai a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've heard that jokingly referred to as the second Cook cafeteria.
Oh, yeah?
Because so many of the people that work at Cook
okay.
go there for lunch.
Right on.
And I mean, there's only so many local places on the west side.
side,
You know,
right.
Chef's Table and there essentially. You know, you gotta have any is there a burger that you think even comes close to the Hive burger? Because I will say, when I ask this question on here for other people and favorite burger, Hive gets mentioned a lot.
Okay.
Hey, love that.
I don't order burgers much.
I
Probably a
don't
function of
either.
working in a burger joint.
Yeah, that might
Right,
be
yeah,
part
you're
of
like,
it.
we
That
gotta
might be
get our
part of it.
fix. Why would we? They're like, do you go get ice cream at Dairy Queen? I didn't think so.
That's funny.
What about some are there just living in Bloomington? Obviously, recent graduate, and it looks like you might be around for a while, which is always cool to see young professionals stay in Bloomington. I know that's been a big point of emphasis for the current administration of the city, is just retaining young professionals. And I love to see, obviously it's not great when you're like, yeah, I want to use my degree, but so many people I've seen that work in restaurants, including staff we've had at the Chocolate Moose, where they get their degree, but they really like restaurant work. And then they grow in and they see what you talked about, you can make good money working in restaurants, and the hours aren't always terrible. And at least at Hive, you're not working till 2 a.m.
Right.
It's true.
So that's good.
Yeah, I get to go home by 10 p.m.
Yeah, but just as far as living in Bloomington for 3 years, you've been here for undergrad, so what, 4.5 years maybe?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah. What have been some of your favorite things to just do non-culinary related in town that really makes you kind of enjoy living in Bloomington?
It's very kid friendly. Like having a young child, the Wonder Lab's great. There's a lot of great parks in town. And you just kind of feel, I don't know, it's a lot more relaxed than living in downtown Indy.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I'm sure.
It's got that good vibe.
Yeah, Wonder Lab's fantastic.
Right.
We did an episode with them and constantly are collaborating with them. And anytime my nieces and nephews come in town, we got to go to Wonder Lab.
Right.
I didn't know adults are allowed on that climbing web thing. Did you know that?
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, Alicia was telling me that. I was like, no shit. I'm going to go get my ass stuck.
That's awesome.
And it's something climbing up there.
Yeah, I just like to play in the water. usually.
That's the water table's way to go.
Yeah, you get it. I knew you'd get it. Yeah.
I love that. I'm a lake girl always. We have so many nice lakes. I go to Lake Griffey. I go to Lake Lemon. Those are my two.
Oh,
every time.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah, the hiking, just kind of putting a blanket out, sitting, just things like that. I don't know. It's nice to just kind of be out there, away from the screens. Honestly, yeah, that's my biggest thing usually.
Well, yeah, no, and that's, you have those two Great Lakes, the largest lake in Indiana. Griffey's great to just go rent a kayak and just go out there. And it's Griffey's not massive, but you can still get plenty of time out there kayaking.
Big enough. Yeah.
Great views
totally.
and just very serene and peaceful. I've never gone to really hang out at Lake Lemon before. Where do you go to Riddle Point, or is are you allowed to give away your secret spots?
I was gonna say, if I'm being honest, I don't know exactly where it is. I have a friend,
You know how to get
Farad.
there.
Yes.
I know how to get there, exactly. Farad, who's an old employee who worked at Hive.
Nice.
She had a regular spot that she went to at Lake Lemon, and she fully sent me the coordinates to the point.
Ooh, okay.
And I
He dropped
drove
you a
up there.
pin?
Literally dropped me a pin. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Had a picnic out there. It was awesome. Yeah,
Nice.
that's the spot.
Okay.
We'll not give you the coordinates.
I was
think I
gonna say
refuse.
someday I'm gonna see if I can get those out of you.
That works. I think
Yeah,
that works.
and then
Yeah.
you're gonna show up one day. I'll be out there with some friends here, but I knew I should have never
go
given these
down.
to them.
Should have never shared it.
Yeah, no amount of ice cream was worth this. Well, cool. Well, thank you guys both so much for just taking the time. We've been talking for a bit about getting you on, and I just know you guys are very busy, and that's a good problem to have. Love to see local restaurants thriving. Hive definitely is so unique in what they do, so it's such an asset to the town. And then just One World as a whole is just such great active community partners. And yeah, so just thanks for everything you guys do. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Really enjoyed chatting with you, and we'll see you around.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yeah.
You're still here. You made it, champ. I'm proud of you. Thanks to Game Day Men's Health, all of our other sponsors, and to G Baby Garrett with Green Hat Media. See you next time. This episode of the No Dishes Podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Garrett Portinga of Green Hat Media in beautiful downtown Bloomington, Indiana.
No dishes.
No Dishes Media.
No Dishes Media.